Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today we're taking a close look at some pretty serious reports.
Yeah, allegations concerning music promotion schemes, specifically targeting independent artists.
Exactly. We're focusing on sources detailing Hale Promotions and its operator Raymond Hale. It seems like there's a pattern alleged here.
There really does. The setup, according to what we're seeing, sounds quite polished, actually.
How so?
Well, Hale allegedly contacts indie musicians, offering these radio promotion packages.
Okay, packages for what exactly?
The big promise is airplay. We're talking FM terrestrial radio like traditional stations.
Ah, the ones that report to MediaBase? That's often seen as the gold standard for tracking.
Precisely. That's the hook. Guaranteed play on stations reporting to MediaBase.
And there's a cost, obviously. Sources mention, around $5,000?
Yep, a flat rate, paid up front. That's supposed to guarantee ads getting the song on the station's playlist, plus professional reports proving it happened.
$5,000 up front. That's steep for an indie artist.
It is. And that's where the alleged pattern really kicks in after the money changes hands.
Let me guess. Communication drops off.
That's what the reports say. Emails unanswered, calls ignored, or maybe just really evasive short responses, if anything.
So the artist is left wondering what's happening with their money and their song?
Right. Until they presumably push for proof for those reports they were promised.
And that leads to the core of the alleged deception.
Exactly. This is the crucial part. Hale allegedly sends out radio reports.
Okay.
But the claim is these reports are altered or maybe even completely fabricated, just designed to look like official MediaBase reports.
Wow. So fake proof, how do we know they're fake?
Well, MediaBase is run by Luminate now, and sources detail at least one instance where an artist checked.
And then?
Luminate representative apparently confirmed the data in the report Hale sent. It wasn't real. It wasn't their data.
So direct confirmation from the source that the proof was allegedly falsified.
That's what the reports indicate, yeah.
Yeah.
The evidence used to justify that $5,000 payment was allegedly bogus.
But wouldn't some artists check the official charts themselves or question reports that seem off?
You'd think so, and maybe some do. But often they're relying on the promoter for this kind of inside track, these specific reports.
Okay.
And when artists did confront Hale about suspicious data or lack of results, the response allegedly wasn't good.
How so? Defensive.
Worse, yeah, apparently. Sources describe outright hostility. Refusing refunds, sure, but also turning it around, accusing the clients.
Accusing them of what?
All sorts, it seems. Even making personal remarks about their finances, things like that, which, only fueled the anger and the feeling of being scammed.
That sounds really unprofessional, to say the least. And this isn't just one or two artists.
Doesn't seem like it. That the sources point to things like an archived Reddit post, I think it was titled, Hale Promotions is a Big Scam.
Right, showing it's been a known issue in the indie scene for a while.
And more than that, the documents we reviewed suggest at least 5 artists are actually gearing up for lawsuits. We're talking fraud and deceptive practices claims.
$5,000 might not sound like that much to a major label, but for an independent artist.
Oh, it's devastating. It could derail everything. That's often their entire promotional budget. It's not just the money. It's exploiting their hope, their dream of getting heard.
It really underscores the vulnerability of artists trying to navigate this industry. So what can you, as a musician, do to avoid this kind of situation?
The sources give some clear warnings, thankfully. First, and this is key, verify everything.
Don't just take the promoter's word for it.
Absolutely not. If they promise MediaBase reported airplay, try to verify that independently if you can, or check directly with Luminate or MediaBase about the promoter's legitimacy before paying.
Makes sense. What else?
Avoid paying large sums up front for promotional work that you can't independently verify almost immediately. Look for transparency.
Right. Verifiable results, not just promises.
And if you think you have been defrauded, don't just vent online. File official complaints. The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and also your state's Consumer Protection Office. That creates a record and can trigger investigations.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. The sources paint a picture of an alleged systematic issue. Lure artists with promises, take a hefty upfront fee.
Then communication breakdown, followed by providing what seems to be falsified data to cover tracks.
All targeting musicians who are really just trying to get their music out there, looking for legitimate help.
Yeah. And that brings us to a final thought for you listening. Independent artists often need marketing help to cut through the noise. It's almost essential.
But the industry can be, murky, full of potential pitfalls.
Exactly. So the real challenge becomes How do you build that vigilance, that careful vetting process into your core operation as an artist?
Making sure your hard-earned limited funds go towards real opportunities, not just smoke and mirrors that prey on your ambition.
That diligence, that careful checking, maybe that's the real gatekeeper you need to get past in today's music world.